Hello traders, it's your one and only Forex coach, Team Legend, and I'm super excited to have you guys here today on this one. Before I do anything, I want to first of all take this opportunity to appreciate each and every one of you who has believed in me right from the very first day that I began the journey of teaching how to trade in the Forex market here on my YouTube channel. I want to appreciate all of you who's been there for me, standing right with me, following me bomber to bomber, and right now we've hit the 10k subscriber list on YouTube. Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate all your efforts being there with me and believing in me and all the impacts that you've achieved from me. I thank you all for your testimonies every single day. All right, that's just what makes me happy, to make sure that I'm impacting into people's life, helping people make it big. And you know what, here in this market we are gonna keep winning. All right, so if this is your first time on my channel, please, you want to do me a favor and hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you don't get exempted, like you be the very first person to be notified whenever I release awesome videos like this to teach you how to win in the Forex market, be it the boom and crash, be it volatility, or even the currency pair market. As long as it's Forex, we are here to win. All right, so let's get started. This was a promise that I made to you guys. I told you in my next video that I'm going to teach you guys how to know who is in power in the Forex market, because you always want to walk in alignment with whoever is in power. Okay, that's just the rule. If you work with anyone who is in power, you win, and if you work with the weak people, you get to lose, because those who are more powerful is gonna always overcome the powerless. You understand? There's something they say in my country. They say when power jam power, the powerless power will bow, and that's what it is. So even here in the Forex market, when the weak meets up with the strong, the weak will always bow. So you want to always make sure that the moment you get into your chart, you ask yourself that question first: who is in power? Because I want to work with anyone that is in power. And you need to understand something: don't ever compromise. Like, don't ever say, okay, today let me just work with the weak people so it doesn't look like I'm being hacked. Hey, you don't want to work with the weak people. Never. Don't ever work with the weak people in the Forex market. Okay, because you know what it is. If you work with the weak ones in the market, you're gonna lose. That's, if you ever say you want to work with the weak ones, maybe today I just want to patronize the weak people, that it's just like you're saying, today I'm willing to lose money. All right, so let's get straight into the chart right now and begin to figure out how to know who is in power in the markets. Okay, who is in power in the market? Very, very important thing that we always want to know. Now, whenever you want to know, whenever you get into your chart and you want to know who is in power in the Forex market, the first thing you want to ask yourself is you want to ask yourself questions like, number one, okay, I'll just give it a title: how to know who is in power in the markets. Okay, in the markets. So number one thing you always want to ask yourself is this: one, the primary trend. Brackets foundation. I'll explain that to you guys. Okay, just make sure you stay tuned and let's keep writing on. The number two thing you want to ask yourself is the secondary trend. All right, and number three is you want to ask yourself, where is price currently? And four, where is price heading to? Okay, where is price doing what? Heading to. If there be a number 5, we'll bring it out, but for now let's work with the 4 that we've got. So you want to ask yourself, what is the foundation? What is the primary trend? You just flipped into your chart right now and you want to trade. You're an intraday trader, so you want to grab a few pips and leave the market for the day, right? So you want to make sure that you're working with anyone who is in power in the market. So right now here we just came into our chart right now, and let's say for instance this is where we saw price currently. Now the foundation of this market, we can see clearly that this is an uptrend in market, right? Is what? An uptrend in market. So it's an uptrend in markets, yeah, but what's the foundation of this market? The foundation means, where did it originate from? Where did this trend come from? Okay, so this is where the trend came from. Okay, the trend came from here. All right, this is where the market was busy coming bearish before, had a few misunderstanding, consolidation, indecisions and all the rest, and then made a final decision here and began a new foundation here and trending to the upside, right? Good. So right now I know the foundation. There's one reason why you always want to ask yourself about the foundation of a market. You want to ask yourself the foundation of a market because you always want to have in mind that, hey, sometime in the future price is going to come back to his motherland or fatherland, wherever it is. Okay, they say there's no place like home, huh? So one day price will come back here. That's fact. Okay, so that's why you always want to map that out. So that's why we talk about your support, your resistance. You want to bring it out. Is that is it? Okay, you want to bring that out, your support. Then you start looking for other resistance and all the rest, but I'm not here to teach you support and resistance. I just want to teach you what I came here for right now, and that's for you to know who is in power in the market. Now you have your foundation set up. Okay, you have your foundation set up, and then you have the trend moving to the upside. Now we've talked about the primary trend. Now the next thing is what? The secondary trend. The secondary trend now is this. Okay, the secondary trend now, currently the secondary trend is this, which is what? Uptrend. Now the secondary trend is uptrend, means that as you've stepped into the market, you should look forward to more buying opportunities. Okay, you should look forward to more buying opportunities. Payment for the training completed. Okay, hey guys, I hope you guys have paid to join the November training. All right, someone just made payment for the training, so you guys need to make sure that you're part of the upcoming boom and crash November training, so that you get to learn how to trade the markets like a pro. Okay, you guys always see the way I give you guys free signals in the general channel, and you see how wonderfully it works. I want to teach you guys how to trade a boom and crash profitably. I will teach you how to create strategies like the ones I create on my YouTube channel, and how you can use it to win. So make sure you don't miss that training. 15 days from now the training will kick out, because today is the 5th and it's starting on the 20th. So make sure you go straight to the description below right now and do what? You want to go straight to description below right now and click on my Telegram channel link and join my Telegram channel, so you get it. You can know how to proceed to join the training. Right, so let's get started. So now price is busy on his way going to whatever area it might be. Okay, price is heading to whatever area it might be. We're just acting like we came into the chart and this is where we met the chart, right? So the thing you want to point out is your foundation. You know that one day price would come back to the foundation. Now you have your support here as your channel line spotted out. You already do not need anyone to tell you that the uptrend right now currently in the secondary trend is the trend to follow, and that's who is in power currently. All right, the bulls are in power because they are just coming from a foundation. Their foundation is their strength. So they're just coming from their strength foundation, and they're going to the upside. The bulls are in markets. The bulls are currently in power, so you should look forward to buying opportunities until you see a reversal, or until we see the bears in strength. Okay, now you're only going to be looking out for opportunities from your support levels, since it's an uptrend. Now you already know who is in power, okay, because you see it, especially when you have it from a higher time frame. Take note, especially when you have it on a higher time frame. Whenever you get into your chart as a boom and crash trader, volatility index trader, or forex trader, don't just go straight to 1 minute or 5 minute time frame and start looking for entries or analyzing your market. Go to a higher time frame, because the higher the time frame, the stronger the price. Okay, so once you're in a higher time frame and you see a strong foundation like this where price is coming out from, especially when price has consolidated for a while and then began a move, okay, take it as a strong foundation. Now price is on the uptrend. Now the bulls are in the market. You only be looking out for buying opportunities whenever you notice price get close to your support level, be it on your channel or on your horizontal support level. Okay, so currently now we'll be looking out for only buying opportunities, only what? Buying opportunities, right? Because we see price came from a foundation. Now for now, let's see how price would move until, notice, remember I said until you see a strong reversal, or until this line, until price breaks out of this line. Okay, so now we play it up. We see the bulls still in power, the bulls still in power, still going up, still going up, the bulls still in power. Now there is a break. Okay, now there is a break. So you get to observe something. Before this breakout, there was what? A range, consolidation, indecision in the market. There's something you need to understand. Whenever a new foundation is formed, before a new foundation will be formed, you will always see consolidations, you will always see indecisions. If you don't see it in this time frame, you might see it in a lower time frame. All right, so there will always be what? Indecisions. Now we've seen this indecision. After all the indecision, the bulls broke out. Okay, so the indecision is like a arm-to-arm power game. You know those arm-to-arm where someone stands opposite of you and you guys hold your right hand and put it on the table, trying to push up and down, right? So the consolidation era is the arm-to-arm is the arm-to-arm game. So whoever pushes down takes charge. So after this consolidation right now, the bears have actually taken power, and they have broken out of your line, your trend line. Now that's where your primary foundation comes back in to be talked about again. You drag it like this. Now what is your anticipation again? That is, where is price heading to? This is another question again. Where is price heading to? Price, now you have it at the back of your mind that this was a foundation after a long time consolidation in the past, and price has gone as up as it can go, and now face another indecision, and now bears have likely taken power again. So therefore this previous foundation might likely be where price is heading to again. Okay, so if you just stepped into your chart right now and then you were able to figure out something like this, and you noticed this foundation and noticed another new foundation, you don't need someone to tell you that, hey, this price might likely want to head back to this previous foundation, because because there's no place like home. Every man would always want to go back home someday, right? So now you can now decide to say, okay, the bears might likely have taken power right now, because number one, the line is broken. Number two, there was indecision for a while and then a breakout, right? There was indecision for a while and then a breakout, and after the breakout, this was a previous foundation. So price might likely want to go back to this foundation. So these are your confluences. Why? These are the reasons why you want to agree that is a sell. This is the reason why you want to agree that the bears are in power. Number one reason why you want to agree that the bears are in power is you saw consolidation. 2, your trend line was broken. 3, there's a previous foundation for which the bulls used to take an up move, and that's where the bears might likely want to go back to in the future. All right, so now you want to place several trades and watch how price plays along. You see how price keep playing along, gradually moving back to the downside. You would always see all this kind of indecisions. Okay, remember I told you, whenever you notice indecisions, you want to figure out what's happening, because if in this arm fight, all right, if in this arm fight indecision right now, if the bulls take power, it means that they will likely push back markets to the upside, which is this new foundation that was formed here. Okay, this is for you to be able to get ideas of how supports and resistance are usually formed. Okay, so currently this is an indecision in the markets. All right, so let's see what price is actually on its way to do. It looks like the bears have taken the power again and are still busy pushing down gradually, because they have a vision, and that vision is to go back to their homeland, which is this zone in the past, right? So all we're gonna keep doing is extending this, okay, or we can just put a straight trend line. So what do we see happening in the market? The bears are in power. All right, we already knew that the bears were in power when we spotted out all that happened here in the past, and ever since then we've been selling and selling and selling till this era. Okay, so the bears have taken power again. So let us see what might likely be happening currently. Let's say for instance here, okay, because after the foundation was formed, we saw the little up move before a little rejection before the bulls took the power straight. And if you look straight, you get to see that this is where price has gone to revisit. Okay, price has just gone to revisit that zone in the past. Now there are two things involved. Either price will have to keep breaking out till it gets to the very bottom, which is here, okay, or it might likely continue. Okay, the fact is it has visited his homeland. Okay, so this was that entire range. It has visited what? His homeland. You always want to make sure that when you notice those kind of range, you cover those range up completely from where it began to where it stopped. Okay, from where it began to where it stopped, so that when price is getting back there in the nearest future, you might likely want to know where price might likely go to mitigate, or would it go inside, or would it stop halfway? Okay, so like here right now we see price stopped here. It might likely go down, but let's keep watching. But one thing is that we already have the idea that price has visited his homeland already. If it wants to continue, then we know that it will continue, or if it doesn't want to continue, no problem. But one thing is, we figured it out that it has visited his homeland. Okay, so now that it has visited his homeland, the next thing that comes to our mind is, what will happen next? He has visited his homeland. Is it going to go back to the upside, or is it going to continue? Already we knew who was in power all this while, and we took advantage of their power. We sold all the way here. You want to have your trend line out. Okay, your trend line, you want to have it out, set up like that. So let's see what happens next. The foundation, a new foundation has just been created again. When price goes to revisit its previous foundation, it does not visit it and go back without doing something. It creates a new foundation. You must understand that. So now a new foundation has just been created. So let's see what will happen next. You see the range? You see the range? You see what price is doing? Playing around the foundation. Playing around the foundation. You see the range? Playing around the foundation. Now we can mark this out as a new foundation. All these are a new set of range. Okay, a new set of what? Range. Sometimes the range could be very big, sometimes it could be small. All right, it depends on how you see the move. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Now price has just broken out of that range. People who want to take buys will begin to take buys, because whatever he came to his previous foundation to do, he must have been done doing it, and now a new move has begun. So the bulls now have taken power again. Okay, the bulls now are in power again, because a foundation has been revisited. Now as it's on its way going up, you want to have an idea of where it's heading to. That's why you have this to be where is price heading to. So this is a previous foundation, so you already have an idea where he's heading to. You don't need somebody to tell you that. Okay, but before it will get there, there will always be play around, you know, playing around with emotions, taking off stop losses and all the rest, but it's still going to that place. Okay, let's see how it goes. Playing around, creating a new foundation around here. Whenever you see a range, call it a foundation. Boom, price has just gone back to revisit the previous foundation that he created in the past before he came here. Okay, I hope you're seeing what's happening. So the whole idea of knowing who is in power is all about foundation. Is the foundation that gives the strength to the bull or the bear. Okay, his foundation. Because it's just like when he goes to a certain foundation, he goes to acquire power to be able to push to the upside or to the downside. Okay, so he goes to collect power to push. So once you step into the charts, you ask yourself, where is price currently? Okay, you first of all figure out primary foundations, secondary foundation, primary trend, secondary trend. Okay, and then where is price currently? Once you spread out where price is currently, you ask yourself, okay, the foundation before here that price is right now, has price got into it? Okay, imagine for instance, if we came into the chart and we met the chart around here. Let's say we met the chart around here. Okay, and then when you came into the chart, you've already asked yourself, what is the previous foundations? Okay, you figured out this foundation, and then you ask yourself, where is price currently? And you now see price doing this, giving you this move. You don't need somebody to tell you that, hey, the number 4 question, where is price heading to? You don't need someone to tell you that this is where price is heading to. It's foundation, previous foundation. All right, so now we have price has caught into that previous foundation. There would always be something that would want to happen whenever it gets there. Maybe another range to create another foundation to move to the downside, or to continue, depending on whatever happens, depending on the amount of power that is acquired from this foundation here. If the power was so strong enough, it's going to keep pushing to the upside full time with full force. Okay, so let's see how it goes. For now, price just visited that foundation, and what's happening? Price is moving down again. It visited the foundation, now it's moving down again. The bears have taken power again because they have visited a foundation, resistance, support. So where is it heading to, if I ask you? All right, if you've watched this video to this extent, I want you to comment right now, where is price heading to? What am I doing? I will have to continue, so everybody's gonna see it clearly though. But just to prove to me that you watched it to this level, all right, tell me, where is price heading to now? If I see it on the comment section, I will know that you watched it to this level. But for now, let's see. Price still playing around that foundation, playing around that foundation, playing around that foundation. and actually, where is it heading to? Heading to the previous foundation, downtrend, and that's the end of this. Okay, so price is currently going straight back to this foundation again. So if we decide to follow the current price right now, for me, I know who is in power. So if I place a sell, I know I'm gonna make some pips from it before it gets here. But it's not advisable whenever you see price already close to support it's not advisable to take that kind of a trade, okay? Because price might likely reverse. You never can tell. All right, it might likely reverse, or it's just a small amount of pips from here to here. Is small amount of pips, but don't get it twisted. It can even go deeper just to revisit something here. All right, but the fact is that this zone is already you see this zone, and if you look, you see what's happening here. Price has already met its previous foundation again. Okay, so now the price has met its previous foundation again. You want to be patient and allow whatever will happen to happen. Maybe a range again, all right, or price might want to go deeper again, or after the range it might begin to go back to the upside. If it begins to go back to the upside, you don't need someone to tell you who is in power. The bulls are in power because they are going to another foundation. Okay, so it's all about foundation. The foundation where price is coming from currently, all right, will be the next strength of the market when price goes to meet its previous foundation. I don't know, I hope you understood what I just said. The foundation in which price is coming from currently, okay, the foundation in which price is coming from currently will be the next strength of the market when price meets its previous foundation. What do I mean? I mean, if you saw price coming from this foundation going to the downside, okay, this upside would be the next strength of the market, which is what? The bulls, because you see price is coming from this foundation currently going to the downside, right? Going to the downside, going to meet what? Its previous foundation. So that's why I said the foundation you see price coming from currently will be the next strength of the market, which is bullish strength, because as long as price keep going and finally has gotten to its support, its previous foundation, it will begin to go to the upside, and the bulls will be in the in strength later in the future. Okay, so sometimes it might take a long time before it will go back there. Sometimes it might play around for a range for a long time. Sometimes it might even keep going down for a while before it will want to go back up there. It all depends on the time, but the fact is, just be careful to be able to spot out exactly who is in power. So before you take any trade, always ask yourself, who is in power? Who is in power? So once you've spotted out who is in power, you want to play around with them. I think I should have a simpler way to explain this. For you to know who is in power, just spot out which foundation price is currently coming from. For you to know who is in power, spot out which foundation price is currently coming out from. The first person to tell me what I just said, I'm gonna give him free access to join the November training. The very first person to watch this video to the very end, as in to this extent right now, and tell me what I just said, would all I needed to do is just comment on the comment section what I just said now, and I will know you watch it to this level, and I'm gonna give you free access to join the upcoming November training. I promise you that. So if you're the first person to get here right now, congratulations to you. Just comment it on the comment section right now and chat me up on Telegram. Okay, and what did I say? I said, for you to know who is in power in the market, just spot out which foundation is price coming from currently. Is it an up foundation or is it a down foundation? Okay, so I hope you get what I said. So now I'm gonna ask you, how do you know who is in power? Give me a simple phrase as what I just explained. So let me see the first person to comment. If you do that, come on, congrats to you. You're the winner, and you get to join the upcoming November trading for free. For free. I'm not joking. For free. Okay, traders. So let me know whatever you think about this video, and if you like it, please don't forget to appreciate me by hitting the like button. All right, and then let me know on the comment section whatever video you would like me to create next for you guys, and I'll be happy to do that for you all, and we all are gonna keep winning. You ready? Let's keep rolling. I remain your one and only Forex coach, Tim Legend. Keep winning trade.